Yeah, that's right. We're opening up not one, not two, but 3 Gundam decks. Make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So, yes, this is the green deck. We'll come back to that. But we did go to the release event, and we got some sleeves, and we have our promo here. I'll do all that fun little showcasing later. So, I wanted to open up some of these decks. So, we have Seed Strike, we have the Heroic Beginnings, and we also do have the Zeon's Rush, is correct for this name. So let's go ahead and open these up. You can get God decks. Did you guys know that? Bandai has a God deck that you can actually pull for this, which is crazy. Okay. There ain't no way. There ain't no way we're going to pull a God deck. So Zeon's Rush here. So basically, I see that, you know, you get the counters and stuff here. So we get the big headliner here, and then you get the green supports here for Charizard, and then we just kind of toggle down into the rest of the deck. So the way this game works, you see the stat lines here. This is attack, you have defense, attack goes into defense, and so forth. And then you basically just, if the attack goes over the unit dies, damage ends up stacking. And then the other thing about this that gets very interesting is these pilots here actually link into the mech. So basically, if you have the correct pilot for the mech here, you gain like the skills and things like that. If it's not the correct one, you basically will still get the stats, but there's a difference between being paired and being linked together on that front, which definitely is really cool. But one of the things I had with the starter deck experiences was sometimes you just get what I like to call the oops all pilots, because you can't play these unless you have a mech on the field. And that turns into a little bit of a problem. It's cool that, you know, they have that feature that we can use these people to pilot the mechs and go. And then, of course, you know, we also do have things like this. And then, of course, these are... One cool thing is you can use these... Basically, it's like every other Bandai game where you have life. And then once your life hits 0, you know, you just kind of lose. But you can use these resources that are deployed to basically put up a shield and protect you. And these are your resources, much like One Piece and every other game. Your EX base is starting, and then you get a special one of these. And we've also got tokens in these decks, which, by the way, these actually are really cool because these do count as mechs and things that can be piloted as well. So, like I said, for the first deck, now that you've seen it, this is the Sinanju. This unit has high maneuver, which means it can't be blocked. And then during your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy shield area, that card deals damage. Choose one enemy unit, deal 2 damage to it. And then Charizard. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck. You may reveal a Zeon or Neo Zeon unit from among them, and at your hand, return the remaining randomly to the bottom of the deck. Like how it's a random shuffle back. But those are going to be your 2 headliners here. And then, of course, the battlefield for this is pretty simple, actually. It's a little bit simpler than Union Arena. Can't really show that on this camera angle, but it is a pretty easy game. So let's see, we're getting our bonus pack here. Alright, so, ooh, we got the Daza. Yo, look at that foiling, by the way. Do you see that? Look at that shimmer. So one thing I appreciate about the foils, what this thing do? Support 2. Stresses unit, one of your other friendly units gets AP, specified amount, during this turn. Well, that's really cool. So it ends up basically helping out your other unit. Alright, well that's a pretty good upgrade. Alright, so let's swing on over here into Seed Strike. Probably one of my favorite versions of this. Alright, gotta see what we get here. So we do have the seed bonus pack here. And I do see straight off the bat here that we are going to have the, what is this, the Isle Strike Gundam. So what is this? Rest, when paired with a level 4 higher pilot, choose one enemy unit with 4 or less and return it to the hand. We also get the, which one is this? This is the Aegis. Okay, and we got 2 copies of Aegis. Aegis here ends up giving you attack if this unit has 5 or more AP, choose one enemy unit that is level 5 or higher and deal 3 damage to it. Oh wow, that's pretty good. And then of course we're going to have white and gray units in here. A lot of very vanilla-y things in the support. This is the Strike Dagger. This is a structure deck. You got to remember that. So a lot of the big things with these is they're going to be very vanilla units in order to kind of get you into the game. And of course, Kira Yamato is going to be the pilot. And then, of course, Atheron Zala on the follow-up here. And then we have the Strike Pack. So this is kind of cool. So if you have no Earth Alliance unit tokens in play, you get to deploy one. And that's really, really cool. And then main phase, if you have no Earth Alliance unit tokens in play, we get to deploy one. That's really, really cool. And that's not a base either. I like that. Okay. We got, what is this? Hawk of Endymion. Oh, that's really, really cool. And of course, you get the rest of these. We do have our bases here to deploy, and then of course we get into the resources and so forth. And then this is going to be your strike token that you're able to generate, launcher, and then the sword, which is actually really, really cool. I appreciate the fact that they make that super easy. Now, let's see what we get in our +1 pack. Okay, so we got Miguel's Gin here, which the foil pattern on this isn't as crazy as the others. During paired deploy, if you have another unit in play, draw 1. I mean, it's pretty good. Sure, we will take that. All right, so that's our first, and then of course we have Heroic Beginnings. I think this is probably the more broken deck, if I recall, what I remember from people talking about. Because this thing looks absolutely gorgeous. So we do get our +1 pack here. Come back to that in a second. Man, this thing looks... So this is the Gundam. Alright, and then you get 2 copies of the Aerial, which this Aerial is stupid. Because choose one enemy unit that is 5 or lower and it gets -3 AP during this turn. Yeah, this thing was a pain in my butt. And this one actually heals. What is this? Repair 2 at the end of your turn. This unit recovers specified number of HP. And during your turn, this will get AP +1. This card is so annoying to deal with. So we've also got more mechs. You also do have some of the basic units in here, which I think is kind of nice. Also do get the gun tank, the GM. We've also got these. We got the DOMs, this thing. We also do have Amuro Ray, of course, right? We got a pair with the Gundam. And then we've also got Soletta Mercury. And of course, the, what's this thing? Thoughtly Damage. Choose one of your rested units and deal 1 damage to it. Okay. I also got the resources. We also do have the Unforeseen Incident, which, what is this? Activate main, choose one enemy unit, gets -3 AP. That's kind of sad. And then, of course, White Base, which makes tokens, which is really, really good. More bases, and of course, the AP, your EX base. And then you have the basic Gundam here. And then, of course, the gun cannons and the gun tank here. So, this deck definitely feels like it's one of the better ones. Trust me on that. And then, of course, we do have Heroic Beginnings bonus pack. So let's see what we get here. Oh, we just get the basic old gun cannon as an upgrade. I'm okay with that, honestly. This stuff looks very, very cool. The holo upgrades and the card quality, I didn't expect this to be as nice as it actually is. Gundam, you've really impressed me here. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back at the end, guys.
Patrons!
Thank you. Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.